Well, sun's starting to make it a little brighter out. See a couple of cows out there. It was quiet earlier, but I think a couple of cows came up. So the calves in here have decided that they had to wake up and make noise. And not sure what that is this morning. A hawk, maybe, by the looks of it. Not quite light enough to see. And believe it or not, it tried to rain last night. It tried. Heard a few drops. I saw a few on the camera. Funny thing is, I just stepped out the door for like 10 seconds and stepped back in, and I went, why do I hear that on the roof? And why do I see that in the camera? It didn't do anything. That was our 80% chance of rain yesterday, apparently. Showing 0 for today. We will see. Of course, it's showing rain tomorrow. So, we'll see what the day brings. It ain't gonna rain. We got some gutters to clean yet before it actually does start raining. And I still want to get that boom put on the sprayer so it's not in the yard, so I can get into everything that's in front of it, so I can get the oil barrel out of the shop. You know, nothing to do. And I got a furnace fan to finish figuring out how to take apart so I can try to change bearings and mounts. I did kind of find something about those, but I can't find the right size bearings. Online anyway. Find 3/4 inch, 5/8 inch all over the place. Can't find any 1 inch. Go figure. Oh well. I got to go on a field trip today. Of course, in Becky's car again. Went to try to find bearings for the blower fan on the furnace in the shop. Tom actually found some. Nobody has them, but he, found where they should be available. And he says, they got company he works for. They got I don't know how many warehouses around. There's 1 or 2 in Forest Grove. That's where their main shop is too. Well, their only shop anymore. And they got a warehouse down at Gaston. He says, I think I got some of those in the warehouse at Forest Grove. So he's going to go look. If not, he thinks he's got a line on some. So hopefully in a day or two, I'll have the furnace back together and keep things dry in the shop again. In the meantime, we used to get batteries from him because hopefully you can see those. I can't see the screen on the phone with the sun hitting it, but they used to use all the 18-volt DeWalt, and you don't have any 18-volt left anymore. He says, here, I don't know if the one's any good or not, but the one's brand new, should be good. So, we're going to find out. Eventually we're going to get the adapters and run all 20 volt, but for right now, that's what we got. So, hey, at least it wasn't a worthless trip to town. Anybody want some geese? It's on a grass seed field. There, as I can see, as thick as they are right there, they are covering about 30 acres. So you kind of do the guess on how many are really there. Don't take them long to get it clear down to bare dirt. We didn't get half the stuff done I said we were going to try to do, so ended up in the shop all day, all afternoon. All that was up there, which is in the way for trying to set the boom on and spin you around, get you jittered up. I actually got those bearings out. Tom has one. Tom has the clean one. I didn't clean this one up. The rubber's broke. And all it is a freaking brass bushing inside a stamped metal housing. Yeah, they decided to bring the generator in. Excuse me. Last time that ran, we were running the trailer on it when the power was out. and went to bring it down to the barn so we could use it to get the fuel pumps going, and it wouldn't start. It'd literally been off for like an hour and it wouldn't start. And somehow, sitting there, it ended up with water in the carburetor. Looking through the plug hole, things look all right inside, but carburetor's scooched. So Becky was gonna get a new carb, and the tank's getting pretty rusty. And yeah, for $20 you put a new tank on it. It's cheaper than cleaning it up and hoping it don't rust again right away, right? So carburetor, tank, and that old muffler's pretty well screwed up. So hopefully that stuff shows up in the next couple of days. And I got to try to get this stuff moved off here and figure where to put it. Some of it doesn't belong in here. Number one set that here when we were working on the John Deere, and it's still sitting here. Kind of like to the end of the steel bench, there's oil jugs and antifreeze jugs. But yeah, that's kind of it. Hopefully tomorrow morning Tom will have me a couple of bearings for that thing, and I can get it together and get it back in and keep things dry in here. And those two batteries he gave me, I threw them on the charger. They're both charged up and both seem to work. So that's my story for the day. Other than the fact that number one actually has to go pick Ron up. Ron's truck's supposed to be going in the shop this afternoon, and Ron's wife has surgery tomorrow, so he won't be working tomorrow. He'll probably be out here for a few hours. I think her surgery is supposed to be 4 hours or something, but they wouldn't know when until tonight. What time for sure till tonight. So anyway, number one's got to go pick him up and take him to his pickup up at their shop. So she's getting ready to leave and go do that. And that's my story for the day, right? I already said that. Want to make sure you knew. Actually, it was a nice day. A little breezy, but pretty much t-shirt weather. Sun's still shining. I'm going to do a little more dinking around in here, see if I can find a place to put stuff and call it good. So, unless I find something else interesting, thank you for watching.